Hello there everybody, my name is Nathan and welcome back to Here's What You Missed on Produce 48. This is the series where if you weren't able to catch up on the latest episode of Produce 48, have no fear, the recap is here. With this series, I'll be catching you guys up to speed with Produce 48. Keep in mind everyone that I won't be able to include all the details from the episode, and it's inevitable that I'll make mistakes here and there. So please be a little bit lenient here. Also, these videos take a longer time to make in comparison to my reaction videos or all my other types of videos. And plus, this is already a weekly series, so you guys will be able to expect it to be coming out every single week. So in short, you guys don't really have to ask, where's this episode of Here's What You Missed? Don't worry guys, it's coming to you, I'm working on it. And one last reminder to please be nice to each other in the comment section down below. We all love Produce 48 and this is SYJofficial. We're here to spread the love of K-pop through youth and joy, not hate. But with that said everyone, here's what you missed on Produce 48 episode 4.
I just wanna dance with you.
The show opens up with Jung Yuri worrying about her lost voice as she did in the previous episode. And with this episode, we get to see the last of the Peekaboo performance. Just a quick refresher, this team consisted of Alex Christine, Matsui Jurina, Lee Ka-eun, Wang Yi-run, Jung Yuri, and Bae Eun-young. Unfortunately, the cliffhanger from episode 3 proved to be true. Yuri's voice did give up on her at the I'm fine part. The rest of the performance's high notes and ad-libs were okay, except for that last belt where her voice unfortunately failed on her again. Peekaboo Team 2 goes up next. This team consisted of Shitao Miu, Kim Hyubin, Hong Ye-ji, Lee Hyu-jung, Kim Da-hae, and Kato Yuka. Before the performance, Team 2 had a difficult time with the choreography, especially Miu. Hong Ye-ji tried to get a little bit experimental with her falsettos and high notes, but pre-performance her anxiety of going off tune seemingly got the best of her. However, the performance though was pretty great. Ye-ji hit all of her high notes and all of her members performed very charismatically. The final results came in and Team 2 won with a 126 vote difference. After that was the short hair teams. Team 1 consisted of Yoo Min-young, Jo Yuri, Takahashi Juri, Kim Min-so, Kojima Mako, and Kim Si-hyun. Team 2 consisted of Lee Shian, Hasegawa Rena, Lee Madamina, An Ye-won, and Matsuoka Natsumi. Team 1's Takahashi Juri had difficulty picking up the choreography, which added a little bit more pressure onto her shoulders because she was the center of the group. Because of it, Juri offered to step down from her center position and give it to someone else, but Jo Yuri advocated for her to stay the center as it suited her and that she just needed a little bit more practice. In the performance, Jo Yuri did an especially good job as the main vocalist, and Juri delivered a confident and stable performance. On the other hand, Team 2 lacked overall teamwork and coordination due to all the members practicing separately. Thankfully, Lee Shian was able to help all of her team members grow closer, and helped her fellow Japanese trainees learn the choreo by giving them notes on how to remember each move. And in the performance, this improvement definitely showed, with Team 2 delivering a very charismatic performance, with Shion slaying that main vocal position, and with Imada Mina and Hasegawa Rena proving to be great visuals. Since Team 1 had one more member in comparison to Team 2, the average score was taken from the vote to determine the winner. And this would prove to be the method of choosing the winner for all the other teams that had uneven amount of members. The final results came in with Team 1 winning by a 5.7 vote difference. Next up are the Mamma Mia teams. Team 1 consisted of Murase Sae, Nakanishi Chiori, Park Min-ji, Park Ji-eun, and Kim Hyuna. Team 2 consisted of Miyazaki Miho, Cho Sarang, Murakawa Vivian, Chae So-eun, Shinozaki Ayana, and Shin Soo-hyun. Team 1's Park Min-ji wanted to redeem herself as she was a contestant in Produce 101 Season 1, but was unfortunately one of the first to be eliminated. She wanted to prove herself by being a good main vocalist, but struggled to gain Soyu's approval. And in the performance, Team 1 delivered a very cool and slick performance, with all the members proving to be very stunning visuals, and with Park Min-ji being able to pull off all the high notes that she was struggling with initially. For Team 2's practice, they seemed to be lacking dance coordination as they lost where the location of center was. The reason for this being some of the members had differing opinions. More specifically, members Soo-hyun and leader Miho had differing opinions on how practice should be managed. One party wanted to keep drilling and keep practicing, and the other party wanted to move on. One night after practice, however, Miho brought her team together to make sure they're all on the same page, and where they shared their thoughts on the group's position. They performed well in the end with seemingly no errors, showing a significant improvement from practice. With the final results, Team 1 won with a 23.1 vote difference. Next up are the high tension teams. Team 1 Saho had to adjust to becoming the center, even though she was part of the OG high tension music video. However, her coordination with the moves just weren't up to par. Chae Young-jun, their trainer, suggested if they want to succeed and have Saho stay as the center, she had to become the super center. The group then came to a consensus by deciding to amp up Saho's training a little bit so that she can indeed become the super center. A day passed and improvement could definitely be seen with Saho, and in the performance, Team 1 was able to pull off a very energetic performance. Team 2's Ho Yoon-jin also seemed to struggle with the choreography a bit. However, on the next day, Yoon-jin was able to surpass these mistakes, proving herself to be a worthy center, and a charismatic one at that. And in the performance, not only were they able to pull off an equally energetic performance, but a rather sassy one with Yoon-jin being able to pull off really good facial expressions. Final results came in with Team 2 winning with a 54.9 vote difference. That's quite the landslide they got there. Next up is the Biot teams, and I'll save my salt for these teams in a later time. Team 1 consisted of Kim So-hee, Won So-yeon, Park Chan-ju, Go Yu-jin, and Lee Chae-jung. Team 2 consisted of Han Cho-won, Asai Nanami, Asai Yuaka, Chiba Eri, Kang Hae-won, and Sato Minami. Team 1 seemed to perform very well during rehearsal thanks to Chae-jung and Yoojin's overflowing charisma. However, because of this, Chan-ju seemed to be outshined as the center, both in the field of stage presence and dance coordination. On the day of performance though, Chan-ju was able to exude a lot more stage charisma, which only added to the fiery charisma that is Chae-jung and Yoojin. Team 2 on the other hand, remember the Bachelor trainees that were the last to be picked in the last episode? Yeah, this is them. During practice, Han Cho-won seemed to have a difficult time getting all of her members to cooperate, specifically Eri and Minami. It just seemed that Cho-won's team just didn't want to be there and were straight up apathetic. This was even noticed by So-yu and Cheetah. This attitude could be justified to the fact that they were the last trainees to be picked, they got a song that they didn't want, and a seemingly superior team picking them as the opposition. But thankfully, trainers So-yu and Cheetah were able to bring morale back to the group and reminding them that they're there to help them. During practice, Haewon then continued to be the rapper of the group, and Eri finally broke silence and asked Cho-won for help. During the day of the performance, Team 2 definitely tried their best to pull off a reversal, and proving that they could perform just as well as Team 1 did. The final results came in with Team 2 winning with a 9.5 vote difference. Next team is the Like Uwa teams. Team 1 consisted of Hwang So-yeon, Kim Chae-won, Lee Sung-hyun, Go To-moe, Kim Do-ah, and Park Hae-yoon. Team 2 consisted of Park So-young, Lee Ha-eun, Park Jin-hee, Jo Ga-hyun, Naiki Kokoro, and Chae Yeon-soo. Team 1 showed good teamwork during practice, however Go To-moe had a habit of being a beat or two ahead. She admitted that she had this issue in AKB48 and she wanted to improve on it. Haeun and the rest of her team helped her with her timing, and one thing that I really admired about this team was even when Moe was in Japan for another schedule, she continually sent videos of her practicing the dance to her members, and the members kept in touch by sending back to her notes on what could be improved. I personally really respect this because this is a very difficult thing to pull off. It's hard to clean a dance over Messenger and video, let alone long distance. In the performance, Team 1 did very well and pulled off very stable vocals, and as your guys' resident once, I could say that Haeun and Sunghyun reminded me a little bit about Jihyo and Nayeon, and that's saying quite a bit. And now for Team 2. Now from the last episode, some of you guys may remember that Lee Ha-eun and Park So-young were seemingly battling to be the leader of the group, even though So-young was the designated leader. Well, this episode shows why Ha-eun was so controlling in the first place. It turned out that Ha-eun and Ga-hyun were very anxious about the team's progress and wanted to get all the details down as fast as possible. Ha-eun admitted that she felt that her and Ga-hyun were the only ones that were feeling anxious and all the other members seemed that they were too relaxed. Thankfully, with all this tension let out, the team finally came together and started working as one cohesive unit. The improvement shows in their performance, where Ha-eun was really stable in her high notes and ad-libs, and So-young proving that she's more adorable than we all let her out to be. The results came in with Team 1 winning by 100 votes flat. And lastly is the very groups. Team 1 consisted of Honda Hitomi, An Yoo-jin, Jang Won-young, Chae Ye-na, Shiroma Miru, and Na Go-eun. Team 2 consisted of Kwon Eun-bi, Motomura Aoi, Kim Min-ju, Kim Cho-yeon, Miyawaki Sakura, and Lee Chae-yeon. Yeah, you guys could probably tell that I had a very hard time rooting for one group over the other because all of my favorites were in these two teams. But anyway, during practice, Team 1 proved that they were extremely adorable and refreshing with all the members' bright attitudes. Trainer Yoon-jung even commented that Won-young was perfect for the center. During practice, however, the team noticed that they didn't have any rappers. However, this was easily fixed with An Yoo-jin being able to wee-woo, triple threat over here her way past her rap part. I mean, she did forget her lyrics during practice, but this was before they looked at their lyrics and memorized everything, so props to her. This group just proved to be overall refreshing and bright. Y'all could probably guess this was my favorite group. In the performance, they 100% brought this refreshing flavor to their performance, and was for sure to make the audience ooh so hard. Team 2 on the other hand had a lot of switcheroos for the center. See, during practice, Kim Cho-yeon had very fierce facial expressions, which aren't bad, but the fierceness and sassiness didn't match the vibe of the song all too well and made trainer Yoon Jung felt uncomfortable. Because of it, she recommended the team to choose another member for the center role, which broke Cho-yeon's heart and crushed her morale to an extent. So the center was switched to Miyawaki Sakura. However, this proved to be a detriment not only because Sakura felt bad for taking a position that Cho-yeon really wanted, but during rehearsal, she was just constantly being bashed on by Soyu for mumbling her lyrics, being off-center, and also being offbeat in her dancing and her singing. Because of this, Sakura had to relinquish her center position back to Cho-yeon. But thankfully, during the performance, Cho-yeon seemed to be able to control her facial expressions a little bit more, Sakura regained her confidence, and the whole team performed very stably in almost every aspect, even with Minju and Cho-yeon being able to pull off the rap and Chaeyeon being able to pull off the high note. The final results came in with Team 1 winning with an 84 vote difference. And that's the end of the group battles. Lastly, all the groups came together to see all the votes tallied up to see who survived and who's eliminated. Just a reminder that trainees number 1 through 58 will survive, and 59 down will be eliminated. The show then goes through the votes prior to the 1000 vote add-on, and counts the raw vote numbers. Just from this alone, a lot of the trainees seem to be lower than expected, even with some frontrunners and some A-class members being in the lower ranks. The top 3 were Ho Yoon-jin at number 3, Go Yoo-jin at number 2, and Yabuki Nako at number 1. However, this was before the 1000 vote add-on. After the 1000 vote add-on, Nako still remained at first place, but many other trainees' positions switched. However, even this number wasn't final because the online votes from the national producers still had to be added. But unfortunately, this is where the episode ends. But yes, everybody, this is what you missed on Produce 48 Episode 4. Goodness, this one was a roller coaster. I personally have a lot of opinions and salt on this episode, but I'll save that for another time, another life. But yes, guys, as always, I want to know what you guys think. What do you think about Produce Episode 48, Episode 4? Now that we saw all the performances, which performance and which group were your favorite? And has your favorite trainee survived so far? #JNFYT. Let me know and more in the comment section down below. And one last reminder to please be nice to each other in the comment section down below. But yes, everybody, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell icon today so you guys aren't missing a thing. You guys will be notified the next Here's What You Missed on Produce 48 and to become a silent N today. But yes, everybody, that's my time. My name is Nathan, SYJofficial, and until then, see you guys next time. Bye.